myself because apparently I have some sound on Facebook, so let's turn that off. Okay. That's not where it's coming from. I'm gonna close the whole page. That did not help. Okay, so I hope that you are not hearing me, because that would be very disturbing. Apologies for the mess up. I'm still struggling a little bit with this new software, and I can hear. There we go. It was actually on the software. So there we go. I thought I would go live again. I have more information for you, and I have more reasons for you why you should join my next challenge. So I don't know about you, but like cravings used to completely drive me insane. And if you're anything like me, you probably know what I'm talking about. And I think I would have done literally anything for someone to just come, take my cravings, take them away from me, and dump them somewhere. Unfortunately, that isn't how it's working. But if you're anything like me, you probably feel like it's completely freaking impossible to escape those cravings, no matter what you do, no matter how many times you try, no matter what diet you're on, you still end up eating against your will at some point. And then you have to work really, really hard to just like try and keep an ounce of sanity. At least that's how I felt. So if that's you, then I want you to pay attention for just a few minutes. This live is not going to be very long. I just want to share like a little snippet of information and just kind of encourage you, if this is you and this is how you feel, and if you're struggling with this, I think my challenge can really help you. So the truth is that cravings cannot harm you. Like the cravings, they're harmless. They don't do anything. They just feel uncomfortable. But what you're actually eating, that is what can harm you. So it doesn't make any sense that we would obey the cravings and go eat things that will harm us, rather than just let the cravings be and not eat it, because none of that can harm us. That's when we're going to feel good. But rationally, we can see that, but in reality, we don't really do that. And so we make up stories about the cravings and the reason for why we have cravings, because that makes us feel better when we can sort of rationalize this irrationality and tell ourselves that, of course, I'm going to eat because there is a reason for why I have these cravings. So you might be telling yourself that maybe you tell yourself that you have some sort of nutrient deficiency, and that nutrient is most likely present in the food that you're craving, and that's why you crave it. So it's not useless to eat it, because somehow there is something in there that you really crave, that your body needs. That is most likely a lie, and if you really believe it, it's a lie that you have thought so many times that you started to believe it. Or you might be thinking that if there was no benefit to eating this food, I wouldn't crave it. And you're sort of partially correct. If you had been living, several hundred or thousand years ago, that might have been true, because then we wouldn't have the same opportunity where we're just living with food all over the place around us. That's the price we have to pay for living in this society. So back in the days, that might have been true. Like the real reason that you're craving it is because it's really good for you. You want to eat more foods, you have more energy, and therefore you're more likely to survive, etc. Nowadays, it doesn't make any sense. We don't need that. So it's sort of an outdated thing that our brain is doing, because that's how we're wired, and that's fine if we can control it. But no one is teaching us how to control it. So, and one thing that I spoke to someone about today is, you might also think that if there wasn't a benefit to eating it, you wouldn't crave it. And then on top of that, like, people telling me that I should be listening to my body, and my body is telling me that I need to eat this food. But it's not your body telling you this, it's your brain telling you this. There's a big difference. And we get confused about this. We don't really know which one's what, but there is a big difference. If your body is hungry, your stomach will growl. You will feel in your stomach. If you have cravings, it will be up here, and your brain will tell you that you need to eat, and make up things like, well, I'm probably hungry. So there is a huge difference between the two. The cravings are just feelings in our body that will drive us to take action to eat whatever it is that we crave. So the way that you have to challenge yourself is that you need to go and if you want to master your cravings, basically you have to learn to deal with these cravings and these feelings in your body without giving in to them, and just be okay with having them. And I'm going to teach you exactly how to do this in the challenge, and this is not all of it, but this is part of it. I'm going to teach you so much more so that we're laying a really solid foundation for you to stand on when you are to approach the cravings. So the challenge is called Master Your Carb Cravings Challenge, and it's starting on the 24th of October, and we will be going on for a whole week. So I'm going to go live in the group, excuse me, every day for 7 days, and we're going to have some homework for you to do, and you will have opportunities to ask me, to connect with me on camera if you want. You can get feedback in the group, you can ask questions, whatever you need, so that you get what you want to get out of this challenge. So we're going to do a lot of stuff together and spend a whole week doing that. So if you want to learn how to do this, like and have time to set aside 7 days, it won't even take you an hour per day. But if you go through this, you will have all the tools that you need to actually quit and to continue to live that way for the rest of your life, if you so choose to do that. And that is up to you. I can't help you with choosing to do that and being consistent with it, but I can teach you exactly what you need to know to be able to do it. And then you will have a strategy at the end of the week that you can just use and implement in your life. So if you want to do that, just come and join us, sign up on the link below, and I hope to see you there. So